All right, hello everyone. Welcome to your summer strength challenge workout. We have a half hour today. We are going to go through 6 exercises, all upper body, keeping some weights close by, anything from 5 pounds, 10 pounds, something that is going to be somewhat challenging for you. So we are going to start with just a quick little warm up just by warming up those arms. So find your space, take those arms. We're going to press them out, up over the head, side to side, arms to the back, all the way up, big circles. And we are going to repeat the other direction. Good. Circle, circle, circle. All right, open and close. Swipe it on that diagonal. Alrighty. Go ahead and we're just going to take our chin, tuck it all the way down, roll through your spine all the way down to your toes. Roll it back up. All right, from here, press those arms up, squeeze, pull it down like you are pulling for a lat pull down. Down and up. Good. Let's do one more. All right, shake it out. We're not going to spend too much time because we are going to start with our dumbbell overhead press. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10 to 12. So in this range, you're going to look for about, if you're using heavier weights, you're going to end up somewhere around 8. If you're using lighter weights, somewhere around 12. If you can do more than 12 easily, increase your weights. All right, I'm going to try not to hit my ceiling. Here we go. We're going to bring those arms up. Think nice right angles with those arms. And as we press straight up overhead, you want to think of almost tapping those together overhead. And you can do these seated, you can do them kneeling, you can do them anywhere. Seven, 8, 9, and 10 for me. I'm going to stop there. If you can do 2 more, you go for 2 more. We're going to rest. Give those arms a little bit of a stretch. Take them behind the back. And when you're doing these on your own, if you are a little bit more of a time crunch, you can cut your rest time in half. It's going to get your heart rate up a little bit more. If you have all the time in the world, feel free to take a full minute in between sets. If it's a challenging weight, anywhere from 60 seconds to 90 seconds is going to be your rest range. But we're keeping a little quicker today. So let's bring those arms back up. Get ready for your second set. Bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 6, keeping that core nice and strong. 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you got one more, you can try it. Got 2 sets down. One more. And then we will bring it down to the floor. All right, shake it out. Here we go. All right, here we go. Press it up. 1, 2, 3, keep it nice and controlled. 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can only get to 8, you can stop here. Otherwise, really try to get to 10. Good. All right, take a second to breathe and stretch out those arms. Sometimes I like to take a little bit of a forward fold and let those weights pull my arms down a little bit. All right. Then for the next one, we're gonna go down onto the floor, knees bent on our back. We're gonna be doing a chest press. So again, this is usually where you can use a little bit more weight if you have it. Make sure I point it down. All right. So if you're using heavier weights, or if you have changeable weights, and sometimes it can be a little funky to grab it while you're laying down, I start with picking those weights up, place them on my legs, and then lean back and bring them into that position. Otherwise, sometimes you're trying to pull them from the sides and you might tweak your shoulder in a weird way. So I tell people to gather them, place them on your lap, roll it back. All right, can't really see my camera from here, so we're just gonna go for it. So from here, you don't want elbows completely out to the sides, just tuck them in teeny bit. So like a 45-degree angle from here, press them straight up and down 1. Up for 2, think of almost tapping those weights together at the top, right over your chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, bring those weights down. Take a second. And if you have a bench press or like a bench at home that you can do these on, a little bit of arch in the back is okay. If you've seen those people do those chest presses at the gym where their backs are really, really arched, that's usually if you're putting up really heavy weights. You don't need to. If you're on the floor, think of keeping that core pulled in, rib cage down, keeping that core engaged the whole time. If you're putting up really heavy weights, or if you're going for PRs, then sometimes that's when that arched back can really come in and be a little bit more helpful. But it's not really necessary here. We're really just focusing on keeping that good form. Here we go. Grab those weights. Another set. Lean it back. And another little bonus tip, if you guys want, you can bring your legs up into this tabletop position to engage your core even more. It's going to make you work. Or you can always bring your hips up into the air in a glute bridge and do your bench press here just to work those glutes a little bit more. So you always got some options. Press them up, go for 10, 4, 5, 6, move at your own pace if you need to, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna go 2 more here just because I'm using a little bit more light weights. Go for 12. There we go. And drop those weights down. Almost there. For my last set, I am gonna do a glute bridge, I think. So if you feel like sometimes your weights aren't challenging you enough, you can always add on to make them a little bit harder in other ways. All right, here we go. Put those weights down, roll it back. I'm going to squeeze and lift up into my glute bridge first, adjust my arms and press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Place it down, sit it up, and we are going to come up to standing and we are going to do some rows next. So we have a low row with a bent arm. So for these ones, if you have a chair or a desk or anything, you can use it. Basically, you just want one hand that's going to stabilize you. And while you're here, you want to make sure that your back isn't here. It's not going to help us with much. So what you can do is you can have a split stance, and I want you to think of that nice flat back. So whether that's down here, whether it's up here, either way, back is straight. We're going to do 10 on each arm. We're going to do one arm at a time. So I'm just gonna say right here, I'm using my little table here, one arm for a little bit of support, core is nice and strong. That arm is coming straight down. We're gonna row it. Think of bringing your hand towards your hip. Drop it back down. I'm using my left arm first. Whichever one you got first is good. 2. Pull it up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we are going to switch, roll it right into that other hand, adjust your positioning as needed, and row it up, other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Stand it up. And when you do those rows, depending on how your weight is, or if you haven't really worked out in a bit like I have, I've been on vacation this past week, so this is my first workout really back. Your low back might get a little bit sore while you're doing those, and that's okay. You want to make sure that obviously there's no sharp pain, but a little bit of soreness is okay. Just you can always lift yourself up a little bit higher and go from here. Also make sure that you're squeezing your glutes a little bit. That also helps. And if you're next time doing these and you're on a time crunch, you can do both arms at the same time. Absolutely, that's fine. Doing one arm at a time just helps you kind of get that mind muscle connection to each arm at a time, if that makes sense. Make sure I turn my little camera. All right, let's go ahead and do our next set. I'm gonna go back to my left arm. All right, here we go. I'm gonna add a little bit more support here. So I'm at pretty much almost a 90-degree angle here, just to show you guys there's a couple different options with split stance or flat feet. Row it up. 1, think starting a lawnmower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Roll it into that other hand, right into it, and 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Good. All right, for this last set, we're going to do both arms at the same time, just to give you guys a little bit of variety. So take a second and breathe. All right, another 10 seconds to relax. This time we're going to grab both of those weights. All right, last set, we're going to soften those knees, sit those hips back, arms. I have my weights pretty much right next to my knees. Row them up towards those hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So with these bent over rows, I love these. You can always change them up. Like I said, we can do those single arms one at a time, or you can do them here and you can drop one arm at a time while holding that other side. That's also another really good variation to change it up and give you a little bit more difficulty. All right, we got bicep curls coming up next. We are going to do alternating bicep curls. Choose a weight that works for you. Me, okay. I got my 5-pounders here. Like I said, I'm coming back from vacation, so I'm taking it a little easy on myself today. All right, nice dumbbell form. Again, you can do these seated. Doesn't matter. You can do these on a chair, do them on the floor. We'll do them standing today. Palms out, elbows in. We're gonna bring both arms up. From here, drop 1, drop 2, 3, 4, 1 at a time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last one. Good, and breathe. Roll those shoulders back. And variations for bicep curls: palms out, palms in for hammer curls. You can do those this way. You can do crossbody curls. You can also do bent curls. Giving you guys some options to keep your routine going. But let's do our next set. This time, same thing. Curl it up, right arm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, starting to feel it, 10, and breathe. You can always drop those weights, give those arms a little bit of a stretch. And we have one more set, and we will do alternating, but we're gonna do hammer curls this time. Let's turn those palms in. All right. Grab a sip of water if you need it. It'll give you another 15 seconds to breathe. Nice, alrighty. Here we go. Grab those weights. All right, this time, palms facing each other. Bring it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Make sure you're not swinging those weights. And 10. Good. All right, drop those weights down. Give those arms a nice little stretch behind the back. Pull those shoulders backwards. All right, so we have front raises next. So for these ones, lighter weights. If you don't have lighter weights, great ones to do with water bottles, cans of soup. If your weights are too heavy, if you're only working with 8s or 10s, you can grab one of them and take these here and use it this way. Okay, so remember, if it's a little too heavy, you're just gonna lessen your reps. If they're too light, you're gonna increase your reps. So that's kind of the range you always wanna be in. When you're hitting your top of your rep range, you wanna be like, I can't do any more, maybe one more, maybe 2 more. Anything more than that, you're too strong. Increase your weights. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna start with my 5-pounders. And if I need to, I'll drop them. So here we go. Bring those shoulders back and down. Nice strong core, flat back. We're gonna bring it up for 1, 2, 3. Already regret. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, breathe. Also adding a pause to the top of that range. Hold here, 1, 2. Between those reps will make those weights feel heavier. Almost there. We're doing good. We got only one set after this. One more exercise, which is our push-ups. So we're making good time. Just goes to show you don't need to spend an hour sometimes. If you can, go for it. If you don't have the time, we got you. All right, next set. Here we go. Bring it up. 1, 2, shoulders down and back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. All right, we have one set left. Almost there. All right, last set. Give it those arms one last stretch. Here we go. Another 10. Anywhere between 8 and 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure that back is still nice and flat. 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. All right. Give yourself a second or grab a sip of water, and we're going to go down to the floor. All right. If you can do push-ups on your toes, you're going to do push-ups on your toes. Otherwise, meet me on your knees for some knee push-ups. So when you're doing your knee push-ups, I see sometimes a lot of people, they don't bring their hips down further enough. So sometimes they're here. And when you go down, see how my hips are still in the air? It actually makes it harder. So try to think of bringing those hips down more on that angle so that they're connected and they're in line with your shoulders, hips, and knees. All right, rock it back to child's pose. Give yourself a quick stretch. And then we are going to go for 10 push-ups, but anywhere in that 8 to 12 range. So if you can do more, do more. If you can only do a few, as many as you can. Here we go, down and up. For 1, 2, oh, it's been a while. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you hit your max, rock it back to your child's pose. These are extra hard today. All right, give yourself another 20 seconds to breathe. Give it a little stretch if you need it. And then we're going to repeat. The goal is to push yourself and to really make sure you're hitting your limits. But you want to make sure you got good form too. So walk it back out. Check those hands. Make sure they're under the shoulders. Draw a line between your thumbs. Place your chest over that line. Pull your core in. Squeeze your glutes together and bend it down. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you can do 2 more, you do 2 more. I'm going to stop at 8. Good. Rock it back when you're done. And if push-ups are a challenge for you, you can only get 1 or 2. I want you to focus on your lowering phase only. So that is coming into your push-up position, lowering yourself to the ground as slow as you can until you can't do it anymore. Let yourself bottom out, pull yourself back up to your starting position, and repeat. Your next set after those will be the opposite. So you kind of let yourself start down from the ground, and I want you to focus on pushing yourself up the best you can. So break it down into parts. Once you get really good at that lowering phase, I want you to focus on holding that lowering phase at the bottom. It's also really good for people who just want to make their push-ups a little bit harder. You're going to bring your arms down, hold for as long as you can in this bottom position. It's brutal, but it's a really good way to help build that strength around those shoulders and upper body to help with those push-ups. Because push-ups are not easy. All right, we have 1 more set. You guys ready? And then you're done. Here we go. As many as you can, whether that is 1 or if that is 20, you go for it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, push it. 1, 2, find that little bit of energy, push through. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 1 more. 9. Okay, maybe 1 more. 10. Rock it back when you're done. Whew. Nice job, guys. All right, go ahead and take a quick stretch. Bring those arms all the way up. When you are done, if you're still doing push-ups, you keep doing them. Do them till you can't do them anymore. If your arms are toast like mine are, join me in a stretch for these last couple of seconds. Go ahead and take that right hand, place it down on the ground. Left arm, reach it up and over. Same thing, other side. Bring it down. Hands behind the back. Shoulders down. Good. All right, shake it out. All right, that is it for today, guys. Awesome job. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. But hopefully we will see you next time, and keep going with your challenge. You're doing good. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks.